Welcome to Active Sports TV. You're now tuned in and rocking out with your host, Active. Boy, oh boy, you see it in the title. Keith Thurman, Sebastian Fundora, man, is back on. Press conference is taking place. Salute to the Active Battalion, man. Salute to the new viewers tuned in right now, man, viewing this video. You are extremely appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, man. We about to cook in this world of boxing. We got some news. It's gonna be bad for Keith Thurman, bro. Seeing the weigh in, seeing the antics, bro. I mean, not the way in the press conference. All Keith Thurman antics, his interviews, press conference interviews. Sebastian Fundora, cool as a fan. You know, one of the most likable boxers in boxing. You know, probably should be a computer technician or something. But the giant at 154 pounds, basically his division until someone end up taking it away from him. Keith Thurman don't stand a chance, y'all. Keith Thurman can sit there with all of these quotes and deep thoughts of meditation of how he think is going to translate in the ring. The boy gonna get beat down, man. He gonna get beat down, man. I don't see this going past 7. If Keith make it to 8, I'll be totally surprised. But listen, Keith Thurman has already beaten himself prior to this fight even taking place, bro. Listen, I've never seen a man so desperate to sell in my life. And everything he's selling, counterfeit, fake, fraudulent, trash. No one believes you, bro. As a used to be fan of Keith Thurman, man, Keith Thurman used to be able to pop it. When Keith Thurman said something, man, you was anticipating the next thing, and you kind of believed that you was gonna see it translate in the ring. He was that believable at a point in time in his career. You know, Keith Thurman was a bad motherfucker, man, early in his career. It gets the Soko Carras and, you know, the Diego Chavez, you know, Keith Thurman, we thought he was going to be the one. You know, Josecito Lopez kind of exposed that. But now we know when Earl Spence got on his ass, Keith Thurman has never been the same fighter since, and never will be the same fighter. He will never do to be that fighter ever again. And this is a fact. Once you lose it as a fighter, once you lose it in your heart, bro, you can't get it back. If you stand in the game for a bag, you gonna pay the price for it. And in this business, it's the hurt business. Keith Thurman about to pay with punishment, man. He gonna get the bag, whatever that is. I mean, I don't know if Turkey all the sheet back in this that we already know. You ain't getting that Monopoly bag if you talking to Big Turk. But nonetheless, he ain't fighting Sebastian Fundora, you know, in a unified title bout for pennies. And we know Keith is trying to support new family. He had made, you know, new leap in faith. We know Keith, he just a whole lot of everything. Now, he in the press conferences, you know what I mean? Shout out to Fight Hub, Fight Hype. You know what I mean? I'm emotionally distraught. The fight didn't transpire at the time that it was supposed to, due to take place in 2025. Now about to take place in 2026. Keith Thurman, he's everywhere in his mind besides where he's supposed to be. And that's extremely focused on how you gonna be able to conquer this giant in the ring in Sebastian Fundora, which many have not. Brandon Mendoza definitely was one to show, you know, somewhat of a blueprint. But since then, Sebastian been on his win streak, bro. He been on his win tip. You know what I mean? Beating Tim Zoo twice. You know what I mean? In devastating fashion. I mean, what stopping him? Then in both, I believe in both. No, the first fight I believe went all 12, but that second fight crushed him. You know what I mean? Got him out of there. Sebastian Fundora is a hell of a fighter at 154 pounds, one of the most avoided. Keith Thurman, I don't believe he's been tested. I don't believe he's been testing himself. His last showing, you know what I mean, against the Australian cat, Brock, I believe his name was, it was nice. It was a nice showing. I mean, but it was expected. A guy who had already lost to someone in a lower weight class was knocked out in devastating fashion. Can't remember that fighter's name, but with that being said, you can expect Keith Thurman to be Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? Against that type of fighter. But let's go ahead and get Keith Thurman thoughts about what he's going to do to old Sebastian Fundora. And I'm going to go ahead, react, and commentate to Keith Thurman antics during this press conference. Check this one out. Let me get this ready for y'all, man. And before we get it started, man, shout out to Fight Hub TV for delivering this content, this audio, man. Much appreciated. Let's get it.
That on March 28th, this pay-per-view is a not-miss fight. This matchup might already be the matchup of the year.
Who believe that?
This is my promise to you. Ready to go to war, to continue to live the dream of a dreamer.
I think this is his I
ready, my
have
man?
a dream speech.
You ready? You took care of the boo-boo?
Sebastian,
You got the boo-boo? You all good, pal? You good? I'm happy to hear that. Like I said, this whole camp, we got one thing on our mind, and that's hashtag Timber! Just for you, pal. Just for you.
This is the
Go
new
ahead,
speech.
you can have this.
So what?
You can have this.
I have to pause there. Keith Thurman has went from Keith one time Thurman to Keith waste everybody time Thurman. If he don't stop with this long, dry, dragged out press conference talking about being the lumberjack and it's gonna be timber for Sebastian Fundora, and then all of these dramatic pauses. Keith, stop. You're wasting everybody time. You're gonna get in that ring. Sebastian Fundora is going to punish you, and by you doing this I'm damn near willing to guarantee it. I say this is a 70-30 fight. I in percentage 70-30 Sebastian Fundora. But Keith, you lost the one time. Don't waste our time, Keith. Don't waste Keith waste our time, Thurman, man. Everybody's called you once upon a time. Nah, you keep wasting everybody's time. You wasted all of your career. You wasted your fan base time. And everybody believing you. I was one of them. We all had to jump off the fan base, man. We all had to jump off the bandwagon, champ. We tired of it. This is not a Martin Luther King, I need a dream speech. Stop being so dramatic. Stop being so animated. Be real. Something you haven't been in the last 5-6 years. Earl Spence took your heart. He took everything from you. You keep it PG for the viewers, but he took everything from you, champ. Stop it. It's only getting worse from here. Let's go. Let's continue.
I got some for all y'all. Timber! I got some for all y'all. All right.
Passing out shirts that says Timber.
Y'all gotta see this, man. Come on. This is what you do. You gotta chop the tree down. Chop the tree down.
This is desperate in every form of fashion, man. I never thought we'll see Keith Thurman, fall to these lower heights so fast after the start that he had to his career. Boy, oh boy, how a few years changes things. But that was just one thing that Keith Thurman was, pointing to it. And, one of his slogans he created, you want everybody to believe it's going to be timber season and, Sebastian Fundora is going to get smashed. But let's get from Sebastian Fundora thoughts on, Jamel Charlo response now that he's trying to buy himself back into the ring as well, trying to be, someone also to get the winner of this fight.
What do you make of the boots madness versus Virgil Ortiz fight possibly taking place, and you're in that mix?
Great fight. Two good fighters, but we'll see when we fight ourselves.
That ain't gonna happen. Let's stop it. Virgil Ortiz and Javon Boots Ennis ain't gonna happen. Let's stop it. Let's cut it out. Sebastian Fundora division now that Bakram has been defeated. Virgil and Boots Ennis has done nothing at 154 pounds. Stop it.
You will meet those guys, Virgil Ortiz, Boots Ennis?
Absolutely. We have a title. Why not?
Are you gonna stay in this division for a long time?
Sebastian gotta be more aggressive, bro. Like, go after these titles, bro.
We're probably gonna move up one way, but I don't know about yet. We're still a lot of big names. I think 154 is the best division right now. So let's make some fights, and we'll see where we go from there.
What do you make about the Charlo calling you out?
Man, Thurman, Charlo, all these guys. It's the same thing, man. Until we fight, it doesn't matter.
And that's Sebastian Fundora for you. You feel me? Sebastian is all about what's going on in the ring, man. This man, he's a ducker, so we can't say he trying to be great. We seen him run from Bud, and it don't look like he doing all that he can to fight these fighters. We don't know if it's just a part of the strategy and management. He is on part of the PBC or protective boxing community. So they may be protecting him, bro. They may be protecting champions. That's just what they do over there. They try to hold on to them belts, buy themselves into these networks, and then, string the fans along. And this is exactly what they're trying to do with Sebastian Fundora. He just don't have a large fan base as big enough for that to continue. So he gonna have to make it shake in a minute, and he gonna have to get in the ring with these title holders. Now that Javon Boots Ennis is in the division, or Virgil Ortiz, these guys should be coming up and making their way to him. And I know they can skip the line. So, that is a great question. What's Sebastian willing to do when his name is called upon? Is he going to get these dudes to fight? Is he going to, get that big money back, in that big fight in that division? Or is he, going to play this long waiting game? You know what I mean? And what's up with the strip with Sebastian Fundora? I'm just saying, Mauricio. You know what I mean? They paying you well, right? Crazy. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not even going to wait for no prediction on this fight. Keith Thurman, Sebastian Fundora. Keith Thurman will lose this fight in devastating fashion. I think this will probably be one or two last bags, or one of the two last showings that we may even see of Keith Thurman, bro. The press conference, he tried all that he can to sell it, wasn't sold. And Sebastian Fundora, he just going to go ahead and add a legend to, not a Hall of Famer into his resume and knock Keith Thurman off. And that's my opinion on it, man. It's funny laughing at Keith Thurman. We're laughing at you, not, with you, Keith. And, that's just the thing, man. You've brought us down to this level, you know what I mean? Well, you brought yourself down to this level. And now this is the response that you get, bro. But I am anticipating the fight. I can't wait for it to take place. And the 154 division is popping, bro. Virgil Ortiz, Javon Boots Ennis, quit wasting our time, quit wasting the division time, make the fight happen, or move the hell along. Listen, you ain't did nothing in your whole career, both of y'all. I'm tired of it. Sebastian Fundora, take over the division, bro. Why is there to be taken over? And that's my, opinion on it all. Y'all know the motto over here. Stay activated at all times, man. Before getting out of here, hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. This your boy Active. Keep family first at all times, man. Stay activated. Out of here.